And hey, hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJBTV, and this is the fifth game with 458 going up against Rabbit and Gensei. But this time around we have very similar colors on the map. We have blue and gray. That might become a little bit confusing. It turns out that they played on melee, and if you play on melee, you get yellow and yellow when you try to switch the colors to red versus blue. So we're gonna have to make do with blue against kind of blue. It's gray. This is gray, but yeah, it really looks very blue. This is pale blue, okay? This is not straight up blue. So Rabbit against 458. We are doing this in memory of 458. We've done a couple of games already so far, and I think 458 won 3, lost a single one. Or did he lose 2? I think he lost just 1. So yeah, we have Rabbit here on the name 455, and a lot more 5s there in the queue. Also, someone requested I don't use the game music, but it feels a bit silent in the background when we don't have that game music happening in the background. I kinda like it. Perhaps I could do it a little bit more silent, a little bit quieter, a little bit less of the music. It will still be there, but perhaps a little bit less noticeable. Maybe that will fix the concern in regards to the music volume in the background. So yeah, we got Rabbit against 458, two players who were at this time at the top of their game. Rabbit has always been very solid. He's largely a very smart player who always tries to maximize the amount of return on his investment. He always threads the needle, always walking on a knife's edge. This guy will take risks whenever he can. Sometimes it backfires quite badly, but when it works, which it does most of the time, because he has so much experience playing 1 versus 1 on fastest map, and he really just has this natural ability developed. He's developed it, where his instincts just kick in and he exactly knows how far he can push his luck. That's the kind of player Rabbit is. He's managed to find the sweet spot for every single situation. He just knows the experience he's built, the knowledge, and of course, the battle IQ all come together to allow him to do some pretty wacky, freaky stuff. So yeah, 4 of 8 here on the Protoss on the top of the map. Starts with double nexus into a gateway. There's a wall there in the front. Actually, that was a gateway into a nexus. And then Forge, Cyber, double gas, double gateway there in the front. So 3 in total. Tried to get a Zealot there into Rabbit's base, but Rabbit has a bunker in the front. A single bunker in the front. He's building Marines with 1 barracks. Went for his second factory. He's currently mining minerals for double or triple factory. Went for a very fast double refinery. He's not getting a lot of minerals into the bank because look at this, only 9 SCVs mining minerals. So this build order does look a little bit questionable to instantly go for double refinery. That's 6 SCVs already on the gas. The mineral income is very low, but because he got that very fast first command center, because 4 of 8 cannot attack him yet, he will reap the benefits off of this build order. He will reap the benefits. He's actually pushing his bunker forward a little. Maybe he was expecting 458 to build a pylon and cannons there, because that Zealot in the front might have signaled that he was doing exactly that. Or maybe he saw the Cyber Core spinning here inside of 458's base. I'm not sure if he scouted him. I should have paid more attention, but I think he scouted this, saw the Cyber Core, saw the triple gateway, and he must have assumed that 458 would be going for Dragoons, in which case he does need that bunker there in the front. Yeah, he's going for 4 factories, not 3. He's going for 4 of them in total. Getting a machine shop. He's going to go for double machine shop, or yes, double machine shop. So he's going to get siege mode and mines both at the same time. Here at the bottom we have more supply depots in more construction. And yeah, 458 is not... Oh, he scouts him now for the first time. So the bunker in the front was a precaution. He didn't exactly know what was going on. He just built it there just in case Dragoons were on the way, because this specifically is weak against Dragoons. So he had to build the bunker in front to hold the Dragoons back. Now Dragoons are on the way, and so is the shuttle. We have a support bay in the back, an observatory as well. Observatory is there for the mines, which will be happening at some point in time. We have double robo there in the back, going for double reaver, I assume, although he's actually going for a reaver observer. He might build a second reaver after the observer, or he might go for a second shuttle. Not too sure what that is. What the specific plan there is. Like, sometimes it's hard to read which order they will do their things. Engineering base finished up for turrets. Gonna fly that over to the side there to get vision on the high ground, because shuttles will soon be flying in at about 6:20 into the game, maybe even at 6 minutes flat. As you can see here, the Reaver is almost finished up, so he's going to be flying across very soon. Shuttle speed there on the way as well there for Rabbit. So things, for 458, excuse me, things are progressing nicely. And you can see that 458 is actually putting his Dragoons to use defensively, because when the Terran goes for a fast factory build order, the chance exists that the Terran went for a 2 factory into a starport for a very fast dropship to go for a very fast tank drop on those probes. That's why 458 is getting into the base, because he also wants to know what the hell am I dealing with. Because he just didn't have any information. He goes in there, flies into a turret, but he scouts the entire base. Probe goes down, but he scouted the 4 factories, scouted the double command center. He already knew about the double command center from the scout at the start of the game, he just didn't really know what happened after that. And we have a drop there over the bottom coming in. Turret is not yet finished up. We got the Goliaths are coming in. There's one turret in between, stuck in between 2 turrets. Starts. He has to unload the Reaver. Reaver is too far away from the SCVs, so he will hit those Goliaths instead. 2 Goliaths do go down, and the first drop there, the most important drop for Rabbit to defend, does not kill any SCVs. And that's purely because he had the turret finish up just on time, the Goliaths coming in because he saw the shuttle fly through the vision of the engineering bay, and he had 1 turret there very close to the command center. He could have flown over the top side, but I think this one already finished up, and because he got vision with this barracks, he would still have arrived right about here, because he would have been intercepted by the Goliaths for sure. It was a slow shuttle. Slow shuttles are easy to intercept. Very, very easy. So the vision of the barracks there forces that shuttle to turn around, goes back home. We got Dragoons moving across the map to take this out. Like, push this away from this spawn location, push it back over the hill, and take away some of that vision that Rabbit likes so much. So more Dragoons going to the bottom side to take this away, or to push it away back into Rabbit's base. Limit the amount of vision that Rabbit has. Rabbit immediately responds, as he should. 2 tanks in the front, a couple turrets there as well. He's building these turrets 1 square away, so that if a shuttle is on the high ground, they cannot see these turrets. Like, if the shuttle is right here, they can see the shuttles right next to the high ground, but they cannot see this one. Because if they wanted to see this one, they have to actually fly just outside of the safety zone of the darkness, and they will get hit by the turrets. So that's why he's building these turrets specifically 1 further away than these. So he's going for mass gateways. 458 has kind of just switched over into getting all of his upgrades, all his technology, protecting his probes well, and he's going for very fast mass gateways. He's only on a double robo. He's getting 3 gateway upgrades at the same time. Got a tank up there flying across the map. Let me just put my bottle away so I can select this and see what's happening. I got a bottle of water right here. Okay, shoots down. Tank trying to get close, but nope, gets taken down quite easily. Now we have about a 6 shuttle drop. Gonna put a lot of units in there. And I think he's going to either unload on the side or try to fly in all the way. We do have about 12 Goliaths ready to snipe shuttles out of the sky. But depending on the angle he comes from, the Goliaths might not be able to respond in time. If 458 flies over the top side, the Goliaths can respond in time. If they come over the bottom side, the Goliaths first have to move to the bottom, and that might slow them down too much. He hugs the side, making it difficult to hit all of those shuttles because they're all stacked up just like that. Unloads on the top corner, doesn't fly in all the way. He just wants to open a hole, okay? He just wants to open a hole here on the top corner, maybe kill some Goliaths with storms. He's just trying to kill units. Oh, to allow this drop to go in, and it goes in all the way. Starts unloading the high tempo, high tempo unloads. 2 high tempos both unloading. Oh, he's right on top of the SCVs. The SCVs barely survived the tank shot. That Templar was exactly on top of the SCVs, but it survives. At least the SCVs survive. The splash damage did not kill the SCVs. The top corner has been cleaned out. A lot of Goliaths went down. The last couple Zealots are going down. There's no speed on them yet. He's building another drop here back at home. He sent a couple of his shuttles back home. So he used shift command. Like he unloads with U click, U left click right there. Then he shift commands them back home so that they fly back home immediately after they unload, so that he doesn't have to make new shuttles for the next drop. It's a very, very important thing to do. It can save you a lot of time, a lot of money. It can allow you to send out rapid fire drops non-stop. Finds the drops again because he has vision right here. He can see the dropships leaving. Tanks are getting very close. He's blocking the tanks. Okay, he's gonna get a shot off. He actually kills... I think he killed like 6 of them. I think he killed like 6, maybe even 1. Not sure, actually. He almost killed nothing, so that's very good for 458 there. Very good for him. These tanks are pushing the Dragoons away. Also gonna put 1 tank there, 1 tank over here, maybe over here, to make sure the Dragoons stay away from the hills. He's going to do the exact same thing right here. Then he's going to float these structures out a little bit more to give himself a little bit more vision of the map, so that they can react a little bit faster, a little bit sooner and earlier to the shuttle drops flying in. Okay, he's trying to push the engine bays away, but not going to work. Drop coming over the top side, and he does have a courser in the mix. Gonna fly in over pretty... Takes a slightly different angle, flies over the Goliaths though, but the Goliaths respond too slow. The shuttles do survive, they arrive on location, and turns out there is nothing in there. I mean, some units unloaded, but that might have been just a drop to... I just don't know. Maybe he forgot to load units in there, because that one made it all the way to the end zone. It almost was a touchdown, but he just didn't load up the Templars or the Zealots. I don't know what happened. He did unload some units though, but like only 4, and he had like 6 shuttles going in. So anyway, this game is turning into a long game. 458 has dealt no significant damage. Rabbit has grown large, massive, a big rabbit who now has, that's a row of 6, another 6, 12 factories. He might kill this row later on in the game to allow these factories to have add-ons, because at the moment they cannot, well, they can build add-ons, but the units would get stuck between the add-ons. It's a tank drop. Does not shoot on the probes because the tanks die too fast. 458 not letting anything slip by his vision. These units all over the place, providing him a lot of warning time against these drops from Rabbit. So yeah, 458 has been taking his time so far. He's focused on building a big base. He's pretty much finished his base. He's getting a couple more Stargates there on the sides. Got a fleet beacon over there. Got triple forge, double cyber core. He's adding on more cannons. Got triple robo. Goes for attack over the front with his 22222 upgraded Dragoons and Zealots. Very fast on the upgrades. Flies and gonna load on this group of tanks. Very nicely done. The tanks have 1-1. Storms on the high ground, storms on the low ground. Zealots in between everywhere. He breaks through, actually. He breaks through all the way. But units from the back coming to the front. Now it's Goliaths, and Goliaths do not do that well against Zealots that have 2-2. A couple tanks do spawn, and they will help out quite tremendously. Archon on the seat will die very soon. But yeah, I'm surprised that he already has 2-2 upgrades, and he's switching straight into carriers. And I actually think doing one more wave of gateway units would have perhaps been a little bit better, because he broke the front door and there's so many Goliaths for Rabbit here in the base. The gateway force is pretty strong against all those Goliaths. Carriers, though, will allow Rabbit to rebuild his army, get more Goliaths, get more upgrades, and by the time the carriers arrive, the carriers might not be as strong as they would have to be, because there's no attack upgrades yet for the air. So I'd say stick to the ground forces a little bit longer and then switch into air Although this might be his only chance because Rabbit is already pushing out. He has level 2 attack finished up. Zealots are coming to buy some time. Got Templars in the back and ready to storm on the tanks. Unloads, takes down. Okay, oh. The Templars died very quick. I think he might have target fired them, but they died very quickly. And Rabbit is now pushing across the map. There's 9 carriers on the way. I think 5 of them should be very close to finishing up. Yeah, 5 very close. A couple more here have just been started. He's building a proxy base for maybe shield batteries and maybe more robots and gateways here on the 9 o'clock spawn location. Got a big drop, a very big drop. And there's actually almost nothing. There's actually some good stuff in there. Loses 2 shuttles. He still has... Does he have the High Templars? No, the one with the High Templars died. So no SCVs will be dying. He's gonna fly in. Gonna have to unload on the sea. He might kill some SCVs with splash damage, but the SCVs do run away. He's just gonna buy some time and kill some stuff in the back. Actually, these Zealots could kill those. He's just ignoring it. Focusing on the middle. Carriers going in. 5 of them at the scene. Goliaths will push them back. He has... Does he have the level 1 attack upgrade? No. He's on 1 armor, 2 shield, 0 attack. We do have the upgrades finishing up there very, very soon, though. Very, very soon. He's currently on level 1 attack, and level 2 armor should be finishing up very, very soon. Wait, let me just look at this. I got a message on my phone. Okay, so we'll be looking at this. It's an important message. I have to answer this, but we'll be looking at this as it's happening. I'm gonna look at that. That's a pretty good fight happening right there. Okay. He's building a nexus on the corner here. I think the probe is still alive. The vessel has seen everything. And the carrier's number into 9 now. 2 more on the way for a total of 11. Building some Dark Templars to aid and force some scans. He might try to target fire the vessel to allow the Dark Templars to do some stuff, but there are scans in Rav's base, so I don't think Dark Templars will do too much. The carriers on the high ground are trying to buy a lot of time, but oh, they're taking a lot of damage. I really think that the switch into carriers was not the most well timed. I really think it should have stuck to another couple waves of gateway units to really use those upgrades to his advantage, because he's almost on 3 upgrades. His upgrades were better than Rabbit's. I just don't get the switch. He switched too early. I really think could have done more damage sticking to gateway units. Because now we have a lot of Goliaths, got vessels, we have a drop coming in, they're over the top corner, and there's nothing in between because everything is leaving the base. Everything is leaving the base. There's some tanks here back at home, but they will not... Okay, Templar unloads, storms, SVs are running the snow. The SVs actually die. I thought I saw SVs leaving the base, but he stormed everything to death. Now, Rabbit does have a lot of gas, so he could pull all the SVs on the gas to the minerals, and he has 5 command centers. He can definitely recover quite easily. Or he might go for option number 2, and that is stay on a low economy, like a low income, and try to end the game right here, right now, with his absolutely massive, huge fighting force, tank Goliaths everywhere. Now the turrets are pretty good against interceptors, and so are the Goliaths. He started firing on the carriers. 1 of them goes down. 2 of them go down. Yes, 2 go down. He's gonna get number 3. He's target firing still. This one is going very low, but it survives for now. Still has 7 of them on the scene. 3 more have spawned, so he's back to 10. He's on the chase. Rabbit is kind of struggling keeping up with 458's movement. Another scan comes up, but the carriers have retreated. Another shuttle drop there in the front, being prepared. I think at this point, 458 should consider killing a couple of his probes, just to open up some supply space. Like, he's got 81. I think he should be fine on, like, 70. So, like, open up 10 more space, which could be 1 carrier and 2 zealots, or 5 zealots, maybe even 5 High Templars. That might allow him to more adequately fight back against his force from Rabbit. Now, Rabbit is back on 63 SCVs. So he's not gambling on a small economy and a big army. He just wants to have a big economy yet again. Okay, whoa. Looks like 458 actually killed exactly 10 of his probes. He killed exactly 10. He was thinking the exact same thing. So he's down 71. So pretty good push here from 458. Does not lose the carriers. Loses a lot of his interceptors, but they're not important. Nobody cares about the interceptors. On fast map, you just can keep rebuilding and rebuilding because you have limitless resources right there. So that's very good trade there. Taking down this left side. Now goes back to the middle, takes on a couple tanks. EMP coming up there on the carriers. It does hit. It hits him really hard in the face. Every single carrier lost their shields except for like 1 or 2. So they do take a lot of damage now with the shields down. He needs some shield batteries to recover the shields. He has room right there, but I'm not sure if he's going to make them because the shield battery meta really became a thing in like 2023 where everyone started building shield batteries left and right all over the place. Yo, there they are. Exactly as I mentioned them, he starts building. We're thinking the same thing. I've seen so much Pro Dows against Terran. I know exactly what they need and when they need it. Got another drop there, flying over the left side. He's trying to do some poking here, but he just cannot break through these turrets and Goliaths. This is just such a strong anti-carrier composition. Rabbit scans the map, does not see the drop. Drop there, oh, he sees it. Can he respond to it? No, yes. Oh, beautiful lockdowns. Can he... there's too many shuttles there, though. Oh, and he actually got the ones with the... Oh, he got the right ones. And the question is, will this shuttle go down before it is able to unload? Because at the moment we can see that this one Goliath is killing shuttles, but is not killing the one with the High Templars. So he might still hit the SCVs. He's gonna hit the SCVs. He got the lockdowns, but he's not gonna kill this one in time. Let's bet. Let's bet. Let's bet on it. This one is gonna survive. The one shuttle with the High Templars is gonna survive and still hit the SCVs. I mean, a fight is happening at the choke right there, but this is more important. Will it unload on time? No. So he got it. Oh, he got the unload, but everything died because no Zealots on the scene. He almost got it. 458 was watching. Very, very close. If he managed to unload and kill the SCVs, the game would be a little more difficult for Rabbit, because then all of a sudden 458 has more economic power. He can start sending units and sending and tear down this middle, which Rabbit has put a lot of effort into building. Like, look at how many turrets there are. There's so many turrets. You can also see that he started with the proxy base there. It's one gateway. Cannons are pushing to take it down because this vessel can see this. More scans coming down on the high ground to get vision on the carriers. Carriers are making their escape. One of them went down just now. The carriers are finally on 2 attack upgrades, so they have caught up eventually. When 3-3 for the tanks, drop that comes in over the bottom side. Corsairs escorting, running to safety. He's right on top of the... Oh, look at them. Look at them, so low on the HP. Oh no, oh no. Oh, okay, unsieges. Good call, unsieges. Is there anything in there? No, everything is empty. Very close call. He did lose 20 SCVs to the storm and to the tank shots hitting the SCV. So he did lose some of them. The carriers are making progress. The Goliaths have died. He's managed to take down the Goliaths, which just puts the turrets as the only obstacle on his path to taking out these tanks on the middle. So far, 458 is doing a great job. He's got cannons, he's got shield batteries. It's only 5 shield batteries, but it's something. Drop off the front goes in, but it will not arrive on location because Goliaths are in between on the scene. Take it all down. So yeah, we're now on 46. He's not, this time around, Rabbit is not rebuilding his economy. He's getting a nuke, so that's going to be fun to watch. But he's not rebuilding his economy, okay? He's not rebuilding his economy. He lost some SCVs on the gas, lost some SCVs on the minerals, but he believes he should be capable of winning the game with less income and more units. He might be under the belief that this is the moment in time for him to push for the win and to risk it all. But 458 has killed another 10 probes, so his army supply has also grown a little bit. grown a little bit another EMP there on the carriers, but there's no Goliaths on the scene to take down the carriers. So the carriers, even though they lost their shields, nuke on the front. 458 sees it, runs to safety. There's no observer on the scene. It's gonna hit this front side. It's gonna be a beautiful one. Couple units spawning. Flyer. Oh, he pulls them away just on time. Oh, look at that. 20 cannons dead and gone. He did pull all of his units to safety though, so the amount of losses were minimized. But it was still a very good nuke. Very good nuke there from Rabbit. Building another one. Rabbit is earning some style points going for nukes, but we can see that 4 has some observers on the way. One is finished just right now. The nukes might be over. It might be over. So yet again, it has to start peeling away at the Goliaths. There's now more Goliaths than before, and Rabbit did make another 10 SCVs, so he's now back on 55. He did feel that he did need a little bit more economy to keep himself going. Like, sometimes you can recognize that perhaps this is not the time that I can push on a small economy and a big army. Perhaps it's not yet the time. So he built a couple more SCVs to beefen up that income a little bit more, so we can hold this position on the middle. But so far, we're in a stalemate. We are in a stalemate situation. You just cannot make progress. A lot of nuke there comes down, but we have an observer on the scene. It flies to the front. Gonna take down the Ghost very soon. Carriers coming in. Goodbye, Ghost. You tried. You did your best. Oh, actually, takes it down. If he was like 3 seconds slower, or 2 seconds slower, that nuke would have landed on top of everything. That was much closer than it should have been. Much closer than it should have been. Flies in. There's units inside. This is a great move, because this could actually kill the tanks in the back, and maybe even kill the Goliaths. This is actually a good move. All the tanks are gone. Goliaths can flank from behind. Goliaths are focused on the carriers. Carriers are getting target fired. One of them dies. Number 2 does not die. Drop there, leaves the base as well. 4 is playing this very well. You can see that he's really focused. He keeps on defending, and he keeps on sending out the drops. It's very difficult for Rabbit here to make progress. It's very, very difficult. So Rabbit scans the map. He sees the shuttles getting into his base. There's not really anything here to defend himself. There's a couple lockdowns. The lockdowns are not enough though, because we have a lot of shuttles. Oh, he's protecting the one shuttle with the Templars inside. I assume that's what he's doing. So now let's go back here across the map. He keeps dancing in circles around the turrets, never directly flying into them with the carriers, always dancing on the sides. Zealot's coming in there though. Pretty good storm. Yeah, he had the High Templars again. And this time around he takes down the lockdown shuttles, because I think that when you start protecting your one lockdown shuttle, I think the Terran can realize pretty easily that that has to be shuttle with Templars inside. So yeah, try to protect it, could not protect it. Another drop fails. Really good lockdowns from Rabbit. Really liking the lockdown play. It's really tight. It's really tight. Ghosts, whenever you see ghosts on the map, it puts a smile on my face. A little bit of joy in my heart. I can feel a little bit of warmth in the embers in my heart. Get brighter and warmer. I can feel it happening. This game so far has been really entertaining. I mean, we're kind of locked at this point on the map, but the level of play has been... I would say they're playing about their best, even though their APMs have gone a little bit lower than usual. This is a game that's all about brain power, consistency and multitasking, and you do not have to play at 300 APM to do that. Sometimes less actions is more important than more. Sometimes more actions actually eats up your brain power and you start playing worse. Sometimes slowing down allows you to think more clearly. Comes in over the top, drop goes in, fight happening in the front, fight in the front has ended. No lockdowns this time around, arrives at the SCVs, unloads on top of them, Templars storming on the SCVs, a bunch of them do go down. I think you got about 15, maybe 16. I mean, 16 is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Rab's economy is kind of small, kind of low on minerals, but Actually, this is eating up his minerals quite bad. He lost a lot more than I thought he would. Nuke coming down and the front ghost gets taken down. I think he's gonna give up on the nukes. The nukes are not really working anymore. Once the Protoss observers, nukes are bye-bye. Great storm. He actually, I think he cleans out the middle. I think he actually cleans out the middle. We got reinforcements coming though, but he does not have enough zealots to push through. Like, if he had zealots, he could take down these turrets before this arrived. Sadly for him, the zealots died in the line of duty. And now we're watching the carriers yet again, dancing on the edges of this stronghold on the middle, this obstacle that he just hasn't been able to overcome. It's really the drops that are keeping him from folding over. Goes in very deep, carriers barely surviving, only a 6 of them at the moment. Drop there on the corner, gonna fly in. He's trying to push forward, but forward progression is so damn difficult when you're fighting vertically. It's difficult, more difficult than horizontal progress. Goes in, one lockdown, starts unloading, Templars on the scene. One High Templar, the Templars all die. The last High Templar is stuck in a lockdown shuttle. If this one unloaded, I think some SCVs would have died, because look at the HP on some of those SCVs. They're very, very low. Some of them, a lot of them are very low. I think he would have lost about 20 of those SCVs had he been a little bit less lucky with the selection of his target. He just happened to click on the correct shuttle out of 5 shuttles. That's a 20% chance of hitting the right one. Okay, another great EMP. Got a lot of High Templars coming in. Storm on the Goliaths, kills the tank. More reinforcements coming in. Every single time 458 is almost breaking through, reinforcements arrive and everything just has to retreat. Some round, we have an observer right there. He's blocking. This is great. He's blocking the ghost with the vessel. Takes down the vessel. Is he going to take down? He's going to land the nuke. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. He actually hit the carriers, and the carriers are dying because the shields and a lot of HP is gone. That was a really good nuke. This might be the nuke. This might be the nuke that might allow Rabbit to push forward. This might be the one. That might be the one. That was a great nuke. Hiding the ghost behind the vessel was great. That was awesome. That was exactly what he had to do. That was really good. Drop comes in. Starts unloading. Templar is too far away. Getting closer. It was a 2 HP High Templar. 2 HP. And it kills, I'd say, about 16 SCVs. Maybe 15. But those 15 SCVs are important. Because now he only has 2 groups on the minerals. He has to push all the SCVs on the gas to the minerals. But look here. Rabbit might be thinking that this is going to be the point in this game where he ends the game. Because he's finally inside of 458's base. But more carriers just spawned. Zealots are buying time, and so are the High Templars. Does Rabbit have enough to keep on reinforcing this army? Great EMP, but not enough Goliaths to kill the carriers. I think he rebuilt his SCVs very quickly. Already back on 53. Very quick recovery. Very quick recovery. He's got 6 command centers. That's 5 SCVs every 14 seconds. This takes him a minute to get 20 SCVs back on the minerals. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute, 60 seconds. He's pushing. Interceptors are in production. He has 12 carriers. Finally, the most carriers he's had all game. 12 in one group. He's always been on 9 or 11. Sometimes on 10, sometimes on 6, but usually on 9 or 11. So he's finally inside the base. Reinforcements are on the way. If he has more turrets here to reinforce the Goliaths against interceptors, he will win the game for sure. Go. Oh, he kills his own ghost. Oh no. The splash damage killed the ghost. He wanted to walk in a little bit deeper and nuke right here. Oh god. Another ghost on the scene. It has cloak. He has a nuke ready to go. This army is dying though. it looks like the drop from earlier actually slowed Rabbit down just enough to interrupt his ability to reinforce his Goliaths and tanks consistently and on time. And now 458 is finally breaking through after 20 minutes of fighting, blood, sweat and tears. He's finally broken the turrets on the middle. Reinforcements do arrive, but the damage has been done. This foothold that he's been using to keep 458 contained has been broken. And another drop there over the top side of the map. Vessel is scouting back and forth. We got a lot of... The shuttle is a little bit too far in the back. The shuttle might actually die. The shuttle might actually die because it's too far in the back. It gets locked down as well. Now back to the front. Yeah, he's gonna break this. This is not enough. Suppose one goes on the scene. He's gonna try to nuke. Oh no, it gets blocked by his own friends and it dies, gets target fired. Yeah, it looks like Rabbit has lost the middle. 458 has managed to persevere under all that pressure that most Protoss players would have fallen to, because I've seen a lot of players die to Rabbit's very strong and controlled pushes. But the drops that have been hitting him consistently, repeatedly, time and time again, have been making this push, a hard one to sustain. Okay, unloads, catches the Goliaths, one carrier will die. Yes, one goes down. There's another 3 on low HP. Nuke happening there in the front. Finds the ghost. Gonna kill it there with... No, come on, get it. Get it, gets it. So now the fight has finally relocated to the top side of Rabbit's base. Now we have Valkyries though. Valkyries are awesome against carriers. Gets a double lockdown on 2 carriers, so that's now only 7. The interceptors are pulling the Valkyrie rockets back into the bodies, and low HP carriers all do die. Low HP carriers have died. Another one goes down. He's taking on the turrets, but the Valkyries are strong, beefy boys. And when you're only having 3 carriers on location to fight, it's not going to go too well. Shuttles coming in. The shuttles are very well spread out, so I think some of the shuttles will survive. All of the shuttles survive. One gets locked down, starts unloading on the scene. There's nothing inside. So every single time 458 flies all the way to the end zone, the shuttles are empty. Every single time. Is this one? Oh, does it? He locked on an SCV. Okay. See at the top side there, the fight ends in victory for Rabbit. Zell there on the bottom, still killing some turrets. He lost a lot of turrets, but the carriers are dead and gone. And he's got 10 carriers on the way yet again. He's at 56 probes. As you can see, carriers are very efficient. He's only on 56 probes, but he's got 10,000 minerals. He's barely spending any of that minerals, any of that money, barely being spent. The gas very high for both players because Terran and Protoss are very gas efficient in my opinion. Very gas efficient in the late game compared to Zerg, which just eats gas like a madman. Zerg is not gas efficient. Zerg relies on the gas. If you don't have enough gas as a Zerg, you will die for sure. Protoss and Terran though, they can get by on low gas for sure quite easily. Like he's not even mining from this one. Like this one is empty. This one has 1 probe mining. This one has 2 probes mining. Like he's not mining efficiently, yet he still has 15,000 gas. So he's waiting for the carriers to arrive. Valkyries are waiting, standing in line. Tanks are sieging up. Vision behind the high ground, gonna have to take down those cannons. He's trying to buy time. Drop there on the bottom right of the map. Will fly over these tanks sitting there on the bottom. These tanks have been sitting there all game. Oh, he might notice now. He might notice that the tanks are sitting there. He might notice. I hope he notices at some point, because those 5 tanks might make the difference. Drop over the bottom side. He's not responding. He didn't notice. He goes in all the way. Goodbye SCV. Starts loading. Kills his own SCVs with the tank splash damage. Tempor unloads. Kills 19. Down to 20 probes. Down to 20 SCVs. Excuse me. That drop did the trick, and now this army on the middle is getting worn out thin because Valkyries are terrible against ground units. Great Storms, carriers are operational. The Valkyries are pretty cool against carriers though. And Corsairs are pretty cool against Valkyries that are fighting against carriers. So the unit composition here from 4 of 8 is brilliant. Corsairs coming into the mix to take down the low HP Valkyries, and the Valkyries do die very quickly. And now he's building a new round of Valkyries, a large round of Goliaths. He's low on minerals, very low on minerals. He pulled most of the SVs away from the gas onto the minerals to supplement and recover a bit faster. There's no anti-air on the scene. The tanks are dying. Tanks at the bottom finally found them, pulling them to work, pulling them to the fight. But the carriers are on the chase. They're on the hunt. Drop on the bottom. Rapid is finally... The tables have really been turned. The tables have finally been turned. Valkyries, though, on the hunt. Shuttles make their escape just on time. Just on time. Stays alive. Low HP, though. They'll have to try again. I think the Valkyries will take them down quite easily when they do try to get in. But the carriers have lost 3 brothers, so now they return back home as there are only 7 remaining. Trockers over the top side. Unloads in the top corner. So he saw the Valkyries turning, flying for them. So he decides to salvage the drop and just kill whatever is here on the top corner. This is great as well. Rabbit now in 39 SCVs. Everything is on the minerals except those 3 on the top. He has a largely Goliath and tank unit composition. Some Valkyries there as anti-drop. Drop comes in. He still has something there in the back. There's 1 High Templar in there. Unloads it. Storms. Is he gonna storm? He's I died. Oh, still alive. He storms. Everything goes right into the storm and everything. Oh, everything almost died. It was very close. He killed... Oh, no. Oh. That could have been the end of the game. Because look at the supply. His supply is super duper low. His supply is super duper low. The game just turned on its head. The very consistent shuttle dropping there from 4 of 8 never ever gave up on the drops. He really played an amazing defense there at the top, keeping Rabbit from breaking through. The carriers are pretty well split, but the carriers are out of position. They've got nowhere to run, so he just commits to the fight. Goes for the drop instead. Lockdowns. Templar unloading. Please do not hit the SCVs. He hits the SCVs, but almost none of them die. He's gonna kill the tank there, though. Does he still have another storm? All the storms have been used. Oh, is there still something in there? No, there's not. Zealot's in the front. He's very low on supply. His economy is very, very bad. He cannot produce from all of those factories. He's producing from nothing, actually. The income is so bad. The damage is so terrible. He's struggling to produce. He's struggling to recover. He has to make another 30 SCVs to properly recover and get his economy in check again. So once again, we have Corsairs flying, Zealots fighting on the middle, storms happening, dodging the storms. He has to preserve his units now. He has to preserve his units. He cannot afford to lose units because at this point, 4 of 8 can overrun him. And I actually think that 4 of 8 going for another round of carriers might be a mistake. I think at this point into the game that if he went for Mass Dragoon Zealot, he could win the game right here, right now. Because the supply for Rabbit is so damn low. But maybe 458 doesn't know how bad the situation is for Rabbit. Maybe he just doesn't know. Maybe he's assuming that Rabbit is quite rich, which he is not. He's broke. He's very, very broke. So 4 of 8 going for the carriers would be a natural and logical choice from his perspective. From our perspective, a mass gateway attack would probably have been the better choice. But we know everything. They only know half of what's happening. So Rabbit is recovering. His 5 command centers have allowed him to recover to 57 SCVs quite rapidly. He's building another wave though. He might be under... Oh no, drop on the bottom. He escapes, he runs away. High Templar, is there a High Templar on the scene? High Templar unloads, High Templar storms and hits the SCVs yet again. He's gonna only kill 3 of them. Only kills 3. But everything is almost dead. Almost dead. Look at this one, 4 HP. He needs a medic to heal these up. He needs a medic right about now. He needs a doctor rapidly, quickly. very soon, because the next drop, everything will die. And guess what? A drop is being built. A drop is under production. So now, 458 is turning the tables and building his own cannon farm on the middle. He's placing mines in the middle there as well to buy time against these ground forces that are trying to maybe push back Rabbit to his base. I mean, he's waiting in his base, but he's using the mines in the middle, which are very, very smart, by the way. It's very smart to put the mines down. Goes for some High Templars. Found them with a scan. As he kills as many as he can, but he kills only one of them. Yeah, 458 is just building a lot of cannons in the middle to make pushing forward as difficult as possible for Rabbit. Yeah, still no medic on the scene. He really needs that medic. If he would... This can all die very quickly. His minerals are still quite low. If everything dies, I think the game is pretty much over. Drop on the top. We have some fighting happening on the middle, but this is... Oh, flies into the Goliaths. Takes down a shuttle. Flies into the Valkyrie, but the shuttle stay alive. They have armor and shield upgrades. Lockdowns happening. Oh, he's gonna unload on top, and he kills everything with his own tanks, and he storms the remaining SCVs down to 15. Beautiful. The tanks did most of the work, though. But great double storm to make sure that everything that did survive the tank shot did not survive storms, did not lift the tail did not lift the mine another mineral. It's another 20 SCVs as of another 5 just spawn. Here on the middle, he's pushing forward. Mines are buying him time against ground forces, but the problem is not the ground forces, it's the carriers in the sky. 10 of them on the scene, ready to break Rabbit's back once and for all. Goliath's waiting for the drop there. They fly, but they notice just in time. Notices just in time, flies in over the front. Goes, no energy for a lockdown. We have 3 Goliaths, 5, 6, 7 Goliaths, 10 Goliaths in the back. Templars do unload. Templar ready to storm is... Storms on an empty patch. But the fact that he had to pull the SCVs to safety costs him another 600 to 1,000 minerals. Which is a lot of minerals to spend on recovery. So yeah, that drop, even though he didn't kill anything, did cost him a lot of money to defend. So 458 is slowly taking over the map. He's on 68 probes. He could honestly pull all the probes away from the gas and stay on, like, I'd say 50 probes in total and have a slightly bigger army, a little bit more punching power, and probably end the game. Oh, he's hunting for the shuttles, but the shuttle is here on the... Where are the shuttles? Still back at home. The Goliaths are out of position, and the carriers are here on the left side. He's trying to break through. Lockdown happens there. Goliaths are trying to flank the carriers, but we have Goliaths going up against Dragoons here. Dragoons are buying time. Storms happening on the Goliaths. Goliaths are all clumped up. Most of them do die. Most of them die. The supply is down to 106 there for Rabbit. So it goes in over the top side yet again. Focuses on the ghosts. No lockdowns for you, Mr. Rabbit. No lockdowns for you. Gotta drop there, back at home. He's building cans now here on the side to make sure that this base here is no longer accessible for Rabbit. But Rabbit, of course, has to stop that, put some tanks into position to try and stop the cannons from warping in. He has to open this up to flank the Goliaths and the carriers from behind. But there's a bigger problem right here. There's a bigger problem. He needs Goliaths. And he's producing some of them. Gets a lockdown on 1 carrier, 2 carriers, but is it enough? There's 2 fights happening here in the middle and here back at home. Rabbit's forces are spread all over the map, but he needs them back at home. Goes in with the drop, lockdowns happening. Is he gonna get every single one? No. Unloads on top of the SCVs. The tanks are still sieged. The Templar dies. SCVs survive. More Zealots unloading. Tanks are still sieged up. Does not kill the SCVs with the splash. Whoa. I thought that would be the end of the game, but somehow... it's still going to be the end of the game. Look at the carriers, killing everything they can. He's down in supply, down in the economy, down in minerals and gas. He's going to go for the command center, which is already damaged. It's already damaged. It's going to go down very quickly. Goodbye, command center. Economy now officially in the worst shape it's ever been, calls GG 49 minutes in. Rabbit wins the game, loses the game, and 458 wins with a very strong performance against Rabbit here. Rabbit had 458 locked in his base for most of the game, but 458 kept finding the most important drops, kept finding openings, created openings, managed to overpower Rabbit through perseverance and very strong tactics. Very strong tactics. He knew exactly what to do. He had a plan. He stuck to the plan. At some points, the plan didn't seem like the best plan, and I have to admit, at some points, I felt like he should have switched over to a ground force and just won the game a bit faster. But in the end, he wins. And in the end, winning is the one thing that matters most. Rabbit gets slain by the numbers that you can find at the end of the speed of light. 458 are the last 3 numbers of the speed of light. There's also a Ferrari called 458, but that's also named after the last 3 numbers of the speed of light. So yeah, 458 here, the personification of the speed of light, with a very strong game, a very strong gameplay that we loved him for and liked him for so much. We're going to be doing a lot more 458 in the future. We're never going to let his memory fade. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will have a lot more enjoyment in the future, as I'll keep on making videos, and we'll see each other soon. Don't know exactly when, but it should be soon. Have a great day.